Yo, what's up? My name is Franco, and today I'm going to rank some new advanced flavors, and I'm also going to announce my first piece of merch, and I'm super excited about that. Now, today's video is going to be a little different than my usual flavor ranking videos. Normally, I take a brand, and I take all the flavors that they sell, and I tell you my least favorite to my favorite, but that's kind of hard to do sometimes. Sometimes it just depends on what mood I'm in and what I feel like drinking that day, and what I was finding is that I was getting a lot of ties because I like this flavor just as much as this flavor, but now I'm expected to say which one is better than the other. I don't know, it gets kind of messy. So instead, I'm going to be doing a tier list, and I really think that this format is going to be better than the previous method, and this is the first video that I do it. Make sure to let me know in the comments what you do and don't like about this format so I can continue to evolve and make better content that you feel like watching. I'm going to make videos like this for the other brands that I've already covered as well, but don't worry, when I cover a new brand, I'm still going to continue including all that nerdy information about the ingredients that you've just kind of come to expect from this channel. It's just the flavor portion is going to be a tier list. This next bit of information is something I'm really excited to share with you. This is a shaker cup made in collaboration with Advance. The shaker is a 26-ounce double wall vacuum insulated bottle that'll keep your drink cold for a seriously long time. The agitator is removable and twists into the lid, and that lid has a convenient handle. But the most convenient thing about this shaker are the fill lines inside the cup. No more guessing how much liquid is in there. The shaker is sweat-proof, and the stainless steel doesn't absorb odors. The outside is an awesome combo of colors with my logo on one side and Advance's logo on the other. The shaker is $44.99 and it's available to wherever Advance ships to. I've had my own for a little while and I absolutely love it. Otherwise, I wouldn't put my name on it and suggest it to you. These are going to be pretty limited, and as far as when they're available, now, like right now as this video goes live. This video should be going up on October 2nd, Saturday, and the orders will close on October 5th, Tuesday. The link to order it, as well as some information about the shaker, is going to be in the description below, and if you missed it because you watched this video after the orders close, then I'm sorry, you should really be subscribed so that you don't miss out on the next time that I drop some merch. Growing this channel to what it is today has been one of the most rewarding things that I've ever done in my life. And if you support the channel by subscribing or stopping by the stream or buying one of these shakers, all I can say is thank you. You're awesome. All right, let's make a tier list. Now, I'm going to mix their focus and their energy lines together because it just makes more sense to me to do it that way. Their focus line is their more advanced formula and it's a little more expensive. And then their energy line is going to be a little less advanced of a formula, a little more simple, but a little cheaper as well. If you watch this video and it helps you decide what flavor that you want to buy, well then check out the link in the description below and you can use my code as well. You'll save some money and you'll support the channel. So let's get started. This first flavor is actually kind of interesting and it didn't dawn on me when I first looked at it, but it's called Blue Raspberry. Now, I thought that I hadn't tried this before, but I'm now realizing that this looks to be the same flavor as the previous Aspen Blue Raspberry, but maybe they're just not working with that streamer anymore and they've dropped that first part off the name and now it's just Blue Raspberry. And I actually really like this flavor. This was it wasn't very sweet, it wasn't very tart, but it was kind of a blue raspberry emphasis on the blue. And what I mean is it kind of emphasized that blueberry flavor. It wasn't as much of a mixture of, I don't know, how do you describe blue raspberry? It's kind of like a bunch of flavors mixed into one with the overall flavor being blue. Now, I like this one because it wasn't too sweet or too tart. I felt like it was a good everyday flavor. And for now, this might change. I think that I would put this flavor in A tier. Next up is going to be the Aztec Cross Nasty Mystery. I don't know why they called it this. I think this started off as a joke and then they actually made it a real flavor. This one to me tastes kind of like melons. And now that might be a mixture of melons like honeydew and watermelon and different things like that. It kind of has an interesting flavor, but it's really good. And it's sweet, not sour, but not too sweet. This is another one that I feel like I could drink every day and not get super tired of because the flavor is, I don't want to say mild because it has a strong flavor, but it is not so prominent and distinctive that you get tired of it. This is one of the new flavors that I haven't covered before, and I would also put this in A. Now, usually I think people make tier lists where they put, you know, the one that they like more in front. I don't really want to do that because then it's just what I was doing before. So the order of these is not going to matter. Those two flavors were from the Focus line, and this next one is from their Energy line, and it is birthday cake. And I do not like this flavor. I wanted to like it because I really like birthday cake flavored stuff. To be fair, when you mix it in water, it's just got like that artificial sweetener taste is so overwhelming, it ruins any of that birthday cake flavor. Now, when you put this in milk, it does taste better, but I very rarely have milk in my house. It's not something that I drink very often. Most of the time when I tried this, it was in water, and I really just didn't like it. The next flavor is another energy flavor, and it is cotton candy, and I like this flavor, but I don't know that I would put it on the same level as these other two. I think it goes in B tier. It tastes like candy. It's not so much like the actual cotton candy. It's like if I made a candy form of cotton candy. And they have another candy flavor, and this is very similar, but I think this one's a little more well-rounded, and I liked it a little bit more, but they're very similar. Now, this flavor is one of my absolute favorites. This is Dream Team Punch. It's from the Energy line, and it is an automatic S tier. This is probably one of my favorite fruit punch flavors from any brand, and it's usually what I go for when I want a fruit punch flavor, which happens to be one of my favorite flavors. So fruit punch being my favorite flavor and this being my favorite fruit punch, it is just an awesome flavor that I really recommend to everyone if you like really strong sweet drinks. That's what I like, and this is definitely hitting those marks. It is strong, it's sweet, and it's fruit punch, and it's awesome. Next up is Electric Frostberry, and I would put this in A tier along with this other blue raspberry flavor. They're pretty similar, but this one is more like a fruit punch with a bunch of kind of milder flavors, not so tart. And then the blue raspberry would be, it's like not as many flavors mixed into it. It's like it focuses more on the blueberry and the raspberry, whereas this is like a mixture of fruits. It's just not the tart ones that would end up making a more fruit punch flavor. It's like blue fruit punch. I don't know how to explain it, but it's pretty good, and I would put it in A tier pretty easily. Sweet Slammin' Grape is next, and this is kind of hard to say. I'm not a huge grape fan, so it's almost like it goes into C, but it's not a bad flavor. It's just, I'm not a huge fan of grape. It's sweet, it tastes like grape. There's nothing, you're not gonna drink this and be like, oh wow, that's a very unique grape. It's gonna be exactly what you kind of expect. So if you don't like grape flavors, then you won't like this. And despite that, I don't know, it feels wrong putting it in C, because I kind of see D as like, I don't like it. I don't wanna drink it, and I struggle to finish it. Whereas C is like, it's all right. It's not something that I go for all the time, but I can still drink it. It's not like it's nasty. So maybe C is the right spot for it, but it may go up to B. It's like C bordering on B. This next flavor, unfortunately, I haven't tried. This is the cracked Korean apple. It sounds super good, and I'm looking forward to trying it sometime, but I haven't yet. This flavor I have mixed feelings about because, well, okay, let me just say off the bat, I like it. It's a good flavor. I have mixed feelings because this is Sir D's Sour Watermelon, and I was very excited when I heard that Advance was coming out with the sour flavor because I really like sour flavors. So naturally, I thought this was gonna be an instant win for me. Sour watermelon sounds good. But when I actually tried it, it wasn't that sour. Maybe I just like sour punishment, and for other people it's very sour. I just didn't think that it was sour enough. Like, I wouldn't even call it a sour flavor. I wouldn't put it in the title. I don't know, maybe my tongue is weird, maybe you guys are weird, but Sir D's Sour Watermelon, I like it. For now, it might live in B, bordering on A. I kind of struggle to put it there because it's a good flavor. If it was in B, it would definitely be like the best B flavor. Fruits Cherry Limeade was the first Advanced flavor that I ever tried way back when I did my first energy drink video, and I didn't like it very much. But I will say that I might need to give this another shot. I do like Cherry Limeade. It's just this flavor didn't do it for me when I tried it the first time. But I will say that since I've tried this, they have changed the formula for the Focus line. They took out the ingredient lutein, which is for eye health, and the lutein ingredient was giving their formula this kind of herbal, almost tea-like smell, and slightly altered the taste as well to be kind of herbal. And I think that the cherry limeade mixed with that just wasn't doing it for me. So now with this Focus 2.0 formula, I may like this flavor a little bit more, but for now, it's going to be... Damn, I think it goes in D tier for me. I didn't like it. I didn't like drinking it. I wasn't a huge fan of it. I didn't want to finish it. I haven't tried it since, actually. I never kind of went, actually, I think I gave that tub to someone else. I was like, you can have this. I don't like it. G1 Gummy Bear was one of my favorite Focus flavors when there weren't very many flavors of Focus out. But now that there's a lot more flavors, I don't know that I would put it in A tier. I kind of feel like it belongs in B tier. I think it's good. I really enjoy it. It just, if I was given the choice to try these versus this, I would go for all of these before I bought this one. In fact, I do. I have all of them, and I've had these multiple times, whereas I haven't really gone back to the G1 Gummy Bear. It's good. It's pretty sweet, and it's kind of got this candy flavor that is not super candy-ish, which is why I kind of like it more than these other candy flavors. It's just, it doesn't stand out as much to me as these other flavors. I still would highly recommend it, and I think inadvertently I'm kind of putting these in like my favorite to my least favorite in the tiers. I don't know. This next one is GGB Strawberry Lemonade, and I do think this is the best flavor. This goes straight to S tier. I think I might even like it more than Dream Team Punch. It is so good. When I first tried it, it didn't immediately grab me as being the best flavor, but the more I drank it, the more I really started to appreciate the flavor. It's not so sweet and sour as much as some of the other lemonade flavors that I've had from other brands that I really like a lot. I think not being too sweet makes it something that I can have a lot without getting burnt out on it. It's amazing. I need to get more of it. In fact, I need another tub of this because I'm out and I haven't had it in a while, and I want more. But oh, I didn't really say what it tastes. It tastes like what it's called. It's strawberry lemonade. These two flavors, you could not go wrong with these two flavors. Next up is another strawberry flavor, and this one is Travel Danielle's Strabana. It's a strawberry banana. I don't know how to say it properly, but I wanted to like this a lot. I really like strawberry banana smoothies, so when I thought of this, I was like, oh hell yeah. It's just, when I tried it, it kind of suffered from the same thing as birthday cake, where in water, it just kind of felt off. It felt kind of weird. I think in milk, or if you mixed it in with like an actual smoothie, it would be awesome. It would fit perfectly. It would have a little more like weight to it. Whereas when you mix it with water, I think water just brings out that artificial sweetener taste, and it just tasted kind of artificial. I think I would put it in C tier, but if you mixed it in with other stuff, it would definitely bump it up to A, probably. Kaki's Kiwi Lime is another new flavor that I've never reviewed before, and I really like it. I would put it in A tier. I don't know if I'm really doing this like I said I wouldn't do, but I would put it in A tier. I didn't like it as much as the Aztec Cross Nasty Mystery, but this one was a pretty strong and sweet kiwi lime. It tastes like what the name is. It's probably heavier on the lime flavor when I tried it, but it's a good blend of those two things. It's another one that I feel like you could drink repeatedly without getting super tired of it. It's good. It's really good. I think it's one of their better flavors. Here's their second candy flavor. This is the Magic Rainbow Sherbet, and this was one of the earlier flavors that they put out, and it's good. I really like it. I'm gonna put it right back up with B tier because it's very similar to cotton candy. Whereas cotton candy tastes like that, like a candy flavored like cotton candy. This one is going to taste like those little hearts that you get around Valentine's Day that are kind of chalky but just kind of sweet, like flavored sugar. That is what this kind of tastes like, except the powder isn't chalky. It's just, it has that familiar nostalgic flavor of chalky Valentine's candy. And if you like that, this is gonna be right up your alley. M-Tash Mango Splash was another one where I had high hopes for it because I really like mango. I just didn't feel like the mango flavor was strong enough or that it made for a really well-balanced drink. And so because of that, I would probably put it in C tier. It's perfectly drinkable, and I'm sure that there are people who would really enjoy this. It's just for me, I don't think that it was sweet enough. I have very particular taste when it comes to these drinks. I know exactly what I like. I like strong, I like sweet, I like tart, I like sour, and this wasn't really too far into any of those categories. So it just kind of fell a little flat for me, but not bad. I can finish it, just C tier. All right, I have a correction to make. This isn't the grape one. These photos are a little small. I couldn't read it. This is the blueberry acai, and I haven't tried it yet. So I would love to try it, but I haven't yet. This one is the sweet slammin' grape, and this one is the blueberry acai. That sounds good. I like blueberry. I like acai. It would be an interesting flavor to try. I need to try these two flavors. They have a lot of flavors, and I've tried a lot of them, but for some reason, I've slept on these two, but I haven't tried it. Sounds good. I'd like to try it. What I have tried is this strawberry shortcake, and I really like it. This one goes to A tier as well. Maybe, I think it lives right here if we're doing the thing that I said I'm not doing. Strawberry shortcake is got a very tart strawberry flavor, but then it's kind of like the back end is smoothed out by this kind of like pastry flavor, almost like cake. But somehow they managed to avoid the pitfall of water making it taste like unbearably artificial sweetener, kind of like the birthday cake. I really like it. It's strawberry with this kind of pastry sweetness. It's good. A tier for sure. And then the last one is Triple Berry Wreck. And I would have said Triple Berry Wreck was a tier flavor in the past. And I'm not sure. I think it now lives in high B tier. I think it belongs in high B tier. I think I would rather have the sour watermelon, but this is not a bad choice. It's kind of like a mixed berry flavor if you just took all the berries that are red and blue and kind of purple. Now we're classifying fruits by color. Welcome to the channel. It's very scientific. No, I think it's good. It's not as good as these other ones. It definitely is not an S tier. And looking at my tier list now, I think I feel pretty comfortable with these rankings. To recap, this D tier, I don't like these flavors. If you gave me a glass of it, I would struggle to finish it, and it's just not my favorite. I wouldn't recommend them. If they sound like something that you would like, and the things that I described as being not so good about these flavors, if that doesn't sound like something that's that big of a deal to you, then go ahead and try them. But if you don't like it, well then, I warned you. C tier is, I can drink it. It's not like I want to spit it out. It's not like I am gonna struggle or make a face when I have to finish the cup. I can drink it. It's not bad. It's just, they're not as strong. There are things that are missing from the flavor that I wish that it had. B tier is, these are good flavors. I could drink these, no problem. I like them a lot, but they are kind of middle of the pack. They don't distinguish themselves enough to kind of push themselves up into the next tier, but I would definitely recommend them. A tier is, I love it. It's good. I could drink it every day. I would definitely recommend it. These are great flavors, some of the best flavors that Advanced has. They just don't tickle my button like S tier. I don't know why I said that. S tier, these flavors are going to be the best of the best. I could drink them all the time. You know, if I ran out of one of these flavors, it would be a little while before I wanted to refill. These are like, when I run out, I'm sad and I'm looking forward to refilling them as soon as I can. Like I said, I need more of this strawberry lemonade. These are the best flavors, and it's kind of cool because one of them is focus and one of them is energy, so you kind of have an option. You can't go wrong with these flavors. And that's the tier list. I hope you liked it. I actually really enjoy this. I don't like that I don't get to do like cool fancy B-roll of a tub and a glass next to it. So I may try to find a way to make these more my style and just fancy. Every time I make one of these tier lists, I'm going to include it in the description below, a link to it. So what I would really like to see is if you make your own tier list of these flavors, of the ones that you've tried, and then you post it on Twitter or Instagram and you tag me. That would be super cool. I would love to see how your rankings compare to my rankings. So let me know in the comments if you like this style, and I will do more of it. Peace! Nope. You better get out of here. Sorry about that.